Hi everyone, welcome to this day in the life of some Morelia Bredli that share my family with me. I'm Lori with Behavior Education at Spirit Keeper Animal Sanctuary, and I'm going to give you a glimpse of what several of my Morelia Bredli were doing the other afternoon, just to give you an idea of what I see when I walk around and check the snakes, or when I'm observing the ones in my office space or my other work areas. The majority of my Morelia Bredli are usually visible, and I'm able to see exactly where they are. I hope you enjoy this, and as always, be kind and love your animals. We're going to start with Binu, who many people have observed during Zoom meetings because he sits like this directly behind my desk and my computer workstation. So this is Telemachus. This is one of my other Bredl's pythons, and this is where he's been through the whole entire meeting. Is resting on his log near his lamps. And then I'm going to jump up here to this one. This is where he's been all day. And I know it's an odd way for him to rest, but that's how he likes to rest, and that's how he likes to sleep. And then when it gets evening, he'll wake up and start moving around like they all do. And this one, she loves that plastic shelf. So even though she has other stuff in here, like rocks, and she has actually an enclosure that's attached to this other enclosure, she oftentimes is either on that rock or that ledge, and lots of times she likes to rest in this shelf. Now I'm going to show you this one. And I'm going to go above his screen top to show you that he is resting in his sky hide. And they love these sky hides. And sometimes they hang their heads out, but they don't always. This is one of my younger ones, and she is sleeping inside of this log. I'm going to try to show you the other side. There she is. So a lot of times their hiding isn't 100% hiding. They tend to be visible a lot even when they're resting. Here's an example of another one. She's got hides and things down here, but that's not where she spends her time. It's the middle of the day and she's up there on top of her rock cave. And she could get inside of that rock cave, but she hardly ever does that. She's usually out sleeping on top of it just like that. And here's another one. He is up here next to his basking rock, resting. And then there's Sunspear, who's sitting back here on the kitchen sink behind the clean dishes that I have in the strainer drying. So she is just chilling out today behind the plates and dog dishes and my drink containers. And here is one that is resting a little more cryptically, but still not in any of her hides. Up there on her ledge, back there in that cubby hole. And that's pretty typical of how Bredls like to rest during the day. Not 100% hidden. The video wouldn't be complete without Oz, who loves to lay on top of this tub. Now this was his transport tub. And I put it in here and took the door off, and he rests on top of it so much that I haven't even taken it out yet. He's got some live plants back there, and he has a sky hide, and he does use the sky hide some. And this is the hide that he came with, but more often than not, he is on top of his transport tub. And so I just haven't had the heart to take it out of his enclosure yet. And this is a baby Bredl's, really baby one, like 3 months old, that's in quarantine, and he's choosing to rest like that. Not going to disturb him anymore. Well, there's just a small glimpse for you of how Morelia Bredli spend their time resting, or how many of mine do. This was not filmed during the evenings or at night when they're normally very active and awake and moving around, but during their rest periods. And if you want to learn more about Morelia Bredli behavior and how they choose to spend some of their time, I recommend that you check out the November 2023 edition of the Animal Keepers Forum. It's the Journal of the American Association of Zookeepers, volume 50, number 11.
And I published an article in there called Morelia Bredli Activity Budget Observed Under Captive Management, Time Observed Terrestrially versus Arborally. And if you need a copy of that because you can't get your hands on one, I'm happy to help you out. So you can contact me at behavioreducationllc@gmail.com or via my website at behavioreducation.org. Thank you so much for watching and learning. And if you'd like to learn more and have more educational content just like this, check out my Patreon at patreon.com/behavioreducation. And until you watch the next video or I see you in a live chat on our Patreon community, please remember to always be kind and love your animals.